been shampooed and conditioned with steps 1 and 2 of the 4-step wash and go method. This is my technique when applying steps 3 and 4. Before I apply any product during this phase, I always make sure that my hair is soaking wet with my mist spray bottle, work the water in, and then I go in with my step 3. Here I am using a leave-in conditioner versus the moisturizer, but the technique is still the same. Work the product in, use the smoothing method, the praying hands. I am a smoother. Then I like to subsection in very small sections, as you can see, and just rub my fingers through my strands of hair, making sure that each strand has product on it, because I want my curls to be defined, and they will be defined as best if they are hydrated with water and the product is in my strands and not on top of my hair. I also like to sometimes occasionally add serum during my steps 3. So serum is a sealant and it helps seal in the moisture for moisture retention. So sometimes, not all the time, I will add serum to my steps 3 before going in and applying step 4. Now we are repeating those same steps to the next section, misting with water, working that water in, going in with the leave-in conditioner, working that into the strands of the hair. You also want to make sure that you get your edges because they need to be moisturized and hydrated too. Small subsections, working the product into my strands. Followed up with a few drops of serum to seal in that moisture. Twist up, and we are moving on to the next section. Now we are at step 4, using the Flaxseed Gel. I like to go in with 1 pump at first, really focusing on my ends, smoothing the gel into my hair, really working it in. I like to do the squinching method to make sure that every strand gets coated. And then I also do my subsections, going through each thin layer of hair to make sure that each strand is defined. Some call it like the shingling method. I just call it thin subsections because I really want to make sure that each strand of my hair is coated. And then I also get to feel if the curls are clumping the way that I want them to clump to get the curl definition that I am going for. Then after I go through each section Then I go in with another pump of gel, and that is usually when I get that exact feel for the type of curl that I want. It is a trial and error ratio. You have to figure out what works for your hair. What does your hair feel like when you get that exact definition that you want? But for me, it's usually about 2 pumps of gel that really gives me what I want. As you continue to start using the Curl Mix products and you learn your hair, you will understand what amount of gel and moisturizer combination ratio that you need for your hair. For mine, the back takes less and the front takes a little bit more. But again, that's something that you'll learn with your hair. Everyone's hair is different. Everyone's hair requires something different. So as you're going through this process and you're going through this journey, the biggest part is learning your hair and what your hair needs. So my technique is the same all over. I went in with 2 pumps of gel here up front. I went through and did my subsections with shingling or subsectioning, whichever you want to call it, to make sure that each strand is coated and defined. So we're all wrapped up. Go ahead and shake it out, and these are the final results of that wash and go.